You're watching Tech Talk in affiliation with Tech for Techs. We're a community that supports independent trade with the help of vendors and distributors. We're live every Thursday at 8 p.m. London time, and we'll be streaming to Facebook and YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. You can listen to our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, Google, TuneIn, and many more. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, and your host, Philip Griffiths.
Hello everyone and welcome to Tech for Tech Tech Talk. First of all, if you can hear us and see us, please let us know in the chat so we know we're not just talking to ourselves, because that would be a pretty boring afternoon. Not that I don't like these guys or anything, but it would be nice to actually know people are watching. So it looks like we've got PC Guy first in. Nice one, PC Guy. You've got Richard as well. Evening, Richard. We've got Adrian. It says Edge is blocking this page. Not sure why Edge is blocking your page, mate. It's just YouTube, so I can't see there's any issues there. Hi, Cormier Island. You can hear us. Everyone can hear us. Evening, Mark, and evening, Kevin, as well. First off, let me just address a few things. It was nice to see a lot of you guys last week. If I didn't get to bump into you and so forth at the trade show and so forth, then obviously we'll get a chance to see you all at TechMax in a month's time. So let me just get on to the live show. So today we have got Corsair and VIP in the house. So we've got with us, we've got Dave, Josh, and Ben. I'm just going to go around the room and basically let them introduce themselves, let them know who they are, what they do, and then we'll go on to a presentation and follow that with a Q&A a little bit later. So, right, let's start off with you, Dave. So, Dave, who are you exactly, and what do you do, and is it a very important job?
I'm Dave. I'm the business manager at VIP. We've got product managers reporting to me, basically. So if you've got any issues on the purchasing side, or what products we hold, or we're not holding the right stock, pricing, I suppose, is our fault as well. It's my responsibility, basically. So let me know. And I'm responsible for the vendor relationships as well, which is why I'm on here with Corsair today.
Right, that sounds pretty good. And if you didn't know, VIP is a distributor based in the UK, and obviously you can buy all the stuff from them. Right, let's go on to Josh next. So, Josh, let us know who you are, what you do, and I'm presuming it's something to do with Corsair because it's on your shirt, but you just want to let us know.
Yeah, I'm not just a massive fan of Corsair. I do actually work for Corsair. So my role is a key account manager. So I've been at Corsair for the whole part of this year. So Ben is the boss, but anything that comes in day to day, anything you need from me to help get you along, get the ball rolling with Corsair, then I'm the guy. I'm the guy that you can speak to all the time.
Right, that sounds pretty good. First question though for you, Josh: is Ben a good boss?
Well, he's here with me. He hasn't thrown me in the deep end, and he's turned up to accompany me, so I can't complain, right? So
if you suddenly disappear from the stream in a few minutes, we'll know why. Right, okay. So let's pass this. Let's go on to Ben then. So Ben, who are you? What do you do? You're a boss of something, apparently. So
yeah, Josh is my only member of staff. No, so Phil, yeah, I'm the Northern European Sales Director for Corsair. So as well as my brilliant team in the UK, I look after the Benelux region and the Nordic region as well. All in all, I have 14 sales guys across all those regions, and a brilliant team to go with it as well.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. So, right, so I think we need to get on to the chat and then we'll get into your presentation. So let's have a look. So we've got Kevin saying hi, or Canel is saying hi from ILGS. What was it again? I love going shopping. That's what it's called. .net. We've got Facebook user as well. So Facebook user, if you want to go to that link, what I've just put on the screen, which is chat.restream.io/FB, it will allow your name to be shown. I'm guessing that's Rich and Haley from Phase 4, but if it's not, so forth. And we've also got PC Catalyst as well, PC Guy, Neo Computers as well. Hi everyone, and thanks for tuning in. So right, first of all, apparently we have a competition before we go anywhere else and do anything else. What is this competition, and how do they actually win? Do you know, Ben?
Oh, I'm going to pass the bat to Dave. It's a VIP are organising this on our behalf, Phil. So, yeah. I'll pass
so
the buck.
just one moment while I get the details up.
Yeah, I did have the link and it's disappeared, so let me just find it for the chat. Here we go, here it is. And I'll put a picture on the screen so everyone knows what is actually up for grabs.
And we're only doing it if you pronounce the company name.
Yeah, there we go. So you can see our prizes. Yeah, so we've got 2 prizes.
3.
I think what we're just doing a prize draw, to be honest, Phil, aren't we?
I think I better run this one, don't you?
Go on.
Right. Okay, so we've got a prize draw. So we've got a prize draw. I'm putting the link in chat for anyone. I'll put it up on the screen in a few minutes as well for anyone who can't see the chat. If you click that link, it'll take you to a questionnaire. Fill that in, and you're in for a chance of winning one of these 3 prizes. First prize is the Corsair Elgato. I'm presuming I'm pronouncing that right.
Oh, I've got to try again, Phil. Try again.
I knew I was going to get it wrong. But it's a Stream Deck XL, so that's pretty cool. I think it was, what was the retail price on that one?
$229.99.
There you go. Second prize is a Corsair HS80 RGB wireless black headset. What's the retail price on that one?
$149.99, Phil.
Well, there you go. And prize 3 is a Corsair. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that one. I butchered the first one, but it's an RGB Elite mouse, black, and a Corsair K65 RGB mini keyboard. And what's the retails of those?
Yeah, so that's the Scimitar Elite mouse, perfect for MMO gamers. That retails at $74.99, and then your 60% K65 mini RGB keyboard retails at $109.99.
So in basics, they've got quite a good choice there of prizes. Well, obviously they don't get to choose, but whichever you're going to do, that's going to be at least well over 100 quid. So, and I must admit, I'm liking the look of all of them, to be honest with you, especially that Stream Deck. So that does look interesting. So I might have to enter this myself. Can't do that. I'll get told off if I do, but here we go. So let's get rid of that picture now, if it will let me. So there we go. So... Right, so guys, you need to click on that link, which I put in chat, for a chance to win that. Obviously, you need to make sure you do. Otherwise, well, you're not going to win it. It's simple as that. I'm also going to put the link on the screen as well, so you can actually see it physically, but it'll probably type a lot of copy and pasting and typing from that, because it's quite a long bit to type and a bit random. So, right, let's just quickly go back to chat and then we'll get on with this presentation. So, who have we got on here? So, we've got Ben saying looking good. That's good. What's a lot? I've just put the link in chat again, which is, and I'll put it on screen as well. Evening Peter as well, and we've got Jeffrey as well watching, and well, we've got quite a few people, Leonard as well, Enos Tech and so forth. So there's definitely quite a few people watching us tonight, so there's no problems there with people watching. Right, we do have an Andy Williams wanting to log in. Shall I let him in, Ben?
Oh, I see. We're in trouble if we let him in, but yeah, we better let him in.
He's a bit of a latecomer into this guy, so let me
he's had to do his gym workout before we get him in, Phil. So
let's just see if it works, and then he can introduce himself, and then we can get on with everything. So, Andy, do you have a web camera?
No.
Oh, brilliant.
That's not very good for a live show, is it?
You don't want to see this first, trust me.
I don't know. Right, okay, so Andy, do you want to introduce yourself? Let everyone know who they are and who this magic person who just logged in is.
I just manage the system integration part of the UK channel for Corsair.
Okay, nice and simple. So is Ben your boss as well?
Yes.
Is he a good boss?
Yes.
Very
good
simple.
boss.
Very
He's a
simple
very,
answer.
very good boss.
Yeah.
And Phil,
Andy's
doing himself down. So Andy is a senior key account manager within Corsair. He manages all of our major SI accounts within the UK, and also runs our iCue certified program across Europe. And I'll talk a little bit about that in my presentation in a few minutes as well. So
right, that's no problem. Right, talking about presentations, I think it's probably time to get on with the presentation. Again, guys, if you've missed information about the competition, we'll do it again in a few minutes after the presentation, okay? So, Ben, if you want to fire that up for us. make sure you've got nothing unsavoury on your screen before I press the share button.
Oh, okay. I am good to go when you are, Phil.
There we go. And I'm going to just turn the chat off, guys. So we'll come back to the chat. I'll be able to see it all. So continue asking questions if you've got any from Corsa or anything like that. I'll bring the chat up after the actual presentation so you can all actually see it. So here we go.
Just confirming you can see me first, Phil, if that's all right. Yeah, you got it?
I can see you on the right-hand side, and we can see your presentation as well.
Perfect. Fantastic. Okay. Well, firstly, thank you to Phil for the opportunity for us to present this evening. I just want to spend 15 minutes introducing Corsair and the Corsair family of products to you. And then I'll kind of introduce the opportunity within Corsair as well in terms of what we can do for you and, how you might be able to interact a bit more closely with us. Which maybe you haven't been able to do in the past. Obviously, thanks to VIP for the opportunity and the invite today. So all opportunities and things we will direct through VIP that come through this show and more details on that towards the end. So how to think about Corsair. So over my time at Corsair, when I joined 5 years ago, we've gradually expanded into many, many new categories. And the way we now look at ourselves is as a ecosystem provider. If you want anything within your ideal gaming or streaming setup, then Corsair or one of our companies we own will be able to provide that product. With a couple of exceptions, obviously we don't do anything to do with graphics cards and we don't do anything to do with CPU or motherboard. Those are areas we stay away from. There are big, strong controlling companies within those areas, i.e. Intel, Nvidia, and AMD. And so we don't really have any involvement in those categories. But anything else that goes inside a case, outside a case, or around a case, or around a PC, Corsair is interested in that product if we don't already have a product in that area. Okay.
Quick question. Do you still do
Yes.
floppy drives?
No, we don't.
Oh, you let me down now.
Except, VGA, motherboard, motherboard, CPU, and floppy drives, Phil. So apologies.
Yeah, exactly. Someone out there will still need it.
So here, I think the best way to show the evolution of the company is to pull up the timeline. So obviously, I think if anyone's aged probably over 35 to 40, if you ask them what's Corsair, they'll probably say the memory company. And obviously, that's our roots, and that's really still where our big strength comes. We're anywhere from about 60 to 70% market share in the UK on memory, especially on DDR4, DDR5 memory, and it's still our strength. We were the first to make overclocking memory, and that's really where the foundations of the company came from. However, obviously, to succeed in the IT channel, we needed to diversify and move into other categories. So first came the components. We moved into power supply, cases, AIO cooling, and obviously SSDs there. And then came the peripherals. And I guess what Corsair is probably most known for on the peripheral side was when we made a part of Cherry back in 2010. And that led to the launch of Cherry MX switches within Corsair keyboards, and very, very quickly propelled us to 40% market share of gaming keyboards within the UK. It was a very, very healthy relationship. We controlled one of or the main production lines at Cherry, and that really helped us become very notorious for very well, reliable and high quality keyboards, and that's continued to the present day. On from there, obviously, came mice, mouse pads. We added fans and accessories to our components lineup. And that really completed the kind of components and peripherals ecosystem. Since then, we've kind of gone further. In 2017, we launched our first kind of full gaming PC. And I don't know whether anyone's actually ever seen a Corsair One, but this system is, if you think about piling 2.5 Coke cans on top of each other, that's about the size of a Corsair One. It's a tiny PC which will contain the latest Intel or AMD processor and the latest architecture from Nvidia or AMD on the graphics card side as well. All liquid cooled and all with Corsair architecture and design. Then I guess the best thing, or probably what we happened there, was we looked in terms of what was the up and coming trends of the market, and we recognized very quickly that streaming was a great opportunity. So in 2018, we went out and bought a company called Elgato, which Phil so eloquently pronounced earlier. this company has gone from strength to strength, and if you now watch any major streamer on Twitch or on YouTube or whatever, they will have generally at least 3, maybe even 5 or 6 products from Elgato. The ecosystem, the central part of that ecosystem comes from the Stream Deck, which we're obviously offering as a prize today. But around that, you have your capture device, you have your lighting, you have your green screens, and you have your microphone and your webcam, all offered by Elgato. And that is the fastest growing arm of our business and allows us to offer a full suite of streaming products. Over the last couple of years, we've kind of adapted and added new companies. So a couple of these acquisitions are actually more relevant to the US. So we'll kind of ignore Origin PC and Vengeance Gaming PCs for now, because that's very just US centric. What we actually do in Europe, rather than actually build our own PCs, we actually offer a program where we work with local SIs, and we actually value our relationship with our system integrators in Europe, where we don't bring our own PCs into Europe. We simply focus upon our SI partners to build iCue and Corsair PCs within the country. Another major acquisition I'll mention there is in 2019. At the end of 2019, we went out and bought the customized gaming controller Scuff. We are still integrating Scuff within our business, and this is something that we're going to be rolling out. They make highly customizable controllers. You can make whatever controller in any kind of design or anything you want on their website. And there's also a number of upgrade features on the normal Elite controller with paddle sticks and special thumbsticks on it. But at the moment, we don't have a product for the channel, which is something we're working on moving forward. But I think that the idea there is Corsair have gone out over the years and recognized that we want to build everything within a gaming or a streaming ecosystem, which we can now offer to the channel. And I guess this slide really sums up why we're so successful, because I know there's a lot of companies that want to do this and say, oh, yeah, we have every product in the ecosystem. But no other company can say that they are number one in so many of the categories that they're in. So we're number one in power supplies worldwide. We're number one in DRAM modules worldwide. We're, if not one, if not two, on cases shipped worldwide, especially in Western Europe or the US. We're number one in most of these markets for cases shipped. Outside the box, we're number one for gaming keyboards. Yeah, we're very strong on gaming headsets and gaming mice. We're number 2 or 3 within all the regions. So the idea here is where everyone else says they offer a fantastic ecosystem, well, they might do, but they don't have that strength that Corsair has in all of the categories we're in. We're either number 1, number 2, or worst case, number 3 in the world in those categories. So what that allows you to create then is looking at this as a kind of ideal gaming or streaming setup, is the amount of products that you could have there from Corsair or Elgato. So if you just look here inside the box, you have the memory, you have the CPU cooler, you've got the case itself, you've got the SSD, you've got the fans, you've got the power supply there. Then you come outside the box, you've got a full suite of gaming peripherals, and then you've got a full suite of Elgato accessories or capture device, and then the Stream Deck, which ties it all together as the master of the ecosystem, along there with your microphone. And this is a slightly outdated slide, so we now have our face cam, which launched 9 months ago, and is a very strong webcam out in the market as well. Finally, you've got the performance controller there. As I said, Scuff, we're working now on bringing Scuff to the masses. At the moment, it's a very niche designed, high performance controller that you buy directly from the website, but we are looking to roll out a product for the channel in the coming months. And then what ties everything together is what controls everything is our software, and our software is iCue. So everything you see is tied together by iCue. It's our master controlling software, and very quickly now we're seeing this as the go-to software for anything that's RGB or anyone that wants control over their ecosystem. iCue, you go to any of the major SIs across the UK, whether that be PC Specialist, whether that be Scan, whether that be eBuyer, whoever, or Cyberpower, whoever that might be, you will see them selling a range of Corsair iCue PCs. And why is that? Because they recognize that this is the ecosystem to go to. It controls every element of that. It also gives you control over your motherboard. We have full control of syncing over Asus motherboards, MSI motherboards, and Gigabyte motherboards. So it enables you to have full control over all your system, whether that's the performance of the system or the lighting of the system. Briefly, what makes an iCue PC? Again, a stunning setup in the top left-hand side, and you can see all the lighting synchronizing together there, because everything that's possible to be is Corsair. Keyboard, mouse, headset, and then inside the box, your fans, your memory, your AIO cooler, and everything to go there. So everything can synchronize together. So what's included in an iCue system? It includes a discrete GPU. So we insist on it being a gaming system. We don't, we want to make sure that this is going to give high performance in gaming. It contains a Corsair controller of some sort. So these are our controllers which you put into a PC to allow iCue to interact with the PC. Now, most of our AIO coolers or our fans actually come with their own controller in the box, so you don't have to go out and buy the controller separately. Obviously, it will contain a Corsair case or power supply, and it will then contain Corsair RGB fans, CPU cooler, and Corsair RGB memory as well. And then actually on top of that, obviously, then you can add the RGB peripherals as well. And not only does iCue, give a fantastic lighting experience, but what we've also been able to do over the last 2 years is start building iCue integration into gameplay. And so what I'm going to give you, there's no audio here, but I'm going to give you a quick demonstration of 2 games. One, Far Cry 6, and the second, the recently launched Tiny Tina Wonderlands, in terms of what you can actually see when it's interacted within the gameplay. So what you'll actually see is the lighting of the system reacting to what is going on within the game. So, for example, you might be walking through a grassy field and all of your system will glow green. You might be set on fire and everything will turn orange. So I'll just run these 2 demos very quickly if they do work, which I'm hoping they will, and see if we can see. So this is Far Cry. Just an example here. You can see the lighting is changing with various things that are going on within the game. Obviously, it's a short demonstration just to show you these things. Okay, there's a quick one from Far Cry. And then again, I'll just do the Tiny Tina one as well. So as you can see, if you're playing this game with your Corsair iCue setup, it gives fully immersive experience of what's going on in the game.
Looks pretty good, actually. I'm going to say the thing I hate about having vendors on the show, it makes me want to have to go out and buy new stuff all the time. So,
well, that's the aim today, Phil.
It looks like I'm going to have to go on a spending spree soon.
So basically, thank you for listening. Obviously, that was just an introduction to Corsair. I didn't want to take up too much time because I knew that the Q&A was important to Phil today. But what we've got in place, so I obviously wanted to recognise that probably Corsair has not done as good a job as we could have done over the last few years in interacting with some of the smaller vendors. Some of the smaller resellers. Sorry. We obviously work very, very successfully with some of the big major companies, your likes of Scan or Amazon or PC Specialist or whoever it might be. But obviously, we want to make sure we are working with the full channel. The guys, obviously, my team is very strong in the UK. I've not just got Josh and Andy, but we have Stuart and a team on Amazon as well, and John Glenister. And I'm adding a new person into the team in July as well. So I have a very strong team. And what we want to be able to do there is reach out to all customers. And when we visit stores out in the UK, we don't want to be seeing the small independents not offering Corsair products as well, because we feel there's a really compelling story there. So why Josh is on the call is I've kind of appointed him as head of this new opportunity. Which obviously we're starting with tonight. So what Josh is going to do is, if you have any leads or you're very interested in anything I've presented today, then please get in contact with Josh. I've put his contact details on the screen there. That's his direct Corsair email. Or you can reach out directly to your VIP account manager, who could then put you in touch with the team or put you in touch with Josh. What Josh is going to do there is he's going to spend time and every month he's going to qualify new accounts. Because if you actually went out today and bought a product from VIP or any of our other distributors, you'll probably think, well, I can't make much margin selling that product to my customer because I can find it cheaper online. Well, that's actually by design from Corsair, because we actually value our partners, and what we want to do is the partners we work with, we want them to be able to make money when selling our products. So to be able to really compete on Corsair products, you need to have support in place from us. Okay, so what Josh is going to do is he's going to qualify the leads that come through from this and in the future. And then the partners that we want to work with, and hopefully there'll be quite a few, that we will put support in place through VIP, because VIP have given us this opportunity, and to be able to give you discounts on buying the product from distribution. Okay, and we're going to put support in place on our most popular products. So you'll find there our series of cases, our 4000 and 5000 series. We're going to put in place our RM power supply range, our SP-RGB Elite fans, which will do exactly what you've been seeing in the clips just there. Fully, very strong range of RGB fans. We'll include our fully RGB Capital X coolers, and then we'll also include an extensive range of peripherals as well to add on to that. And we'll put support in place through VIP for you to buy these products. It will work on a monthly basis. So each month we'll qualify new partners, and then that following month you'll be added to the program. Okay. And then also, additionally to that, we are looking at independence and additions to our iCue certified program, or iCue certified PCs. So if you have the opportunity in a store where you can give us great exposure for iCue, where we can really educate a good number of people that are coming through your store, we will offer to support you with an iCue certified parts to build an iCue certified PC, and then actually have that on demonstration within your store, so you can show people exactly how iCue works and understand the Corsair ecosystem. And we'll actually support the cost of those parts to be able to have that on display in stores as well. Obviously, we can't do that for everybody, but what Josh, again, in charge of this program, he'll qualify people for the opportunity to do that. And then finally, there'll be other options available for display units or POS devices. We've done things like key switch testers for mechanical keyboards. We've done DRAM stations, so people can look at different DRAM options from Corsair. We have all these available. We have a very, very talented Marcom team within Corsair. There's 5 of them alone in the UK who support Europe. And so if there's any specific requests in terms of what you would like to have from us to put on display in a store, then we can make that happen as well. So please come through the process, give us time to qualify your account, but then we will put things in place to support you, to make you successful in selling Corsair product. And that's all I have, Phil.
Right. Well, thank you very much. That was a pretty good presentation, and my missus isn't going to be happy because there's lots of stuff there I wouldn't mind buying for myself. But there we go. Right, let's just turn that presentation off, and we'll get into the Q&A. But first of all, before we go into the Q&A, if you haven't already, you need to go, if I type it into the chat properly, no, it's not copied and pasted. Typical, everything doesn't work when you're live. Here we go. I'm putting it into the chat. You need to go to that web address there. That should take you through to basically a form to fill out. And if you fill it out, you've got a chance of winning some of these. So I'm not going to say pronouncing the really long names or stuff because I'll get it completely wrong. I do it every single time. But you've got a Stream Deck, you've got a headset, and you've got a keyboard and mouse. They're all worth well over 100 quid. Put your name down, fill that form in. Doesn't cost you anything to do. Totally free, and you've got a chance of winning something. It could be 230 quid Stream Deck or something along that lines, which is pretty decent. I wouldn't mind winning some of that myself, in all honesty. Right, okay, so there we go. So again, make sure you use that link, and I'll put it on the screen as well. For any reason anyone can't figure out how to click the link on there, just requires a little bit of typing though, unfortunately. Right. Okay. So let's go on to chat. And the Q&A. So, guys, if you do have any questions for the guys at Corsair or VIP, send them in, and obviously we'll go through each one at a time, and hopefully you'll be satisfied with them. So, first question was from Facebook user. They says, can I ask when the Vengeance RGB DDR5 with grey/gunmetal trim is due for release?
Well, I'm gonna pass over to Andy on this one.
Let's hope he knows.
Yeah. If he means the standard RGB Pro DDR5, that's going to be launched July. If
Around
he
about
means,
July time.
Yeah, if he means anything else, I don't know what that means.
Okay,
Grey
so-
gunmetal trim, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, at the moment, the DDR5 range is limited to our Dominator Platinum SKUs. But the Vengeance Pro RGB SKUs we're working on, as Andy said, for July timeframe. So if you are looking for RGB on DDR5, then you need to look at the Dominator Platinum SKUs at the moment.
DDR5 slowly getting more and more popular, and it's been a bit limited, just being on Intel for a little while. And
I think we're quite excited here, Phil. What we're seeing at the moment is, once it launches onto the AMD platform later in the year, as is rumored to do so, then we think there'll be a big expansion. And we're also starting to see, it's not the DDR5 pricing is coming down quite nicely, but what we're not seeing is some of the other components that support the motherboard. There's a bit of a differential in price between the DDR4 motherboards and the DDR5 motherboards, and we're starting to see that gap close. So as that closes down more and more, I think DDR5 is going to pick up very aggressively.
Okay, that's pretty good. Well, we've got someone pulling funny faces there, or kissing you. I don't know which one it is, but I don't know who that was for. But I'll take it was for me. It probably wasn't, though. Let's have a look. So someone's saying this is wicked. We've got David saying hi, everyone, as well. Oh, okay. I didn't put these guys up to say this, so don't have a go at me. Are you guys attending Tech Max? If not, why?
Well, we never actually received a formal invite from anybody yet, so
I think it might still be in the post, right?
I think you'll have to talk to VIP about that one. That's all I'm going to say. But,
I will add there that we've turned, and we've only actually started working with VIP again since January. Which was a really big decision for me, because I actually live in Warrington myself, so I'm actually very close by to VIP, and I actually worked at VIP back 10 years ago. So it's really nice for me that we've been able to join back with VIP. The business is aligned again, which is fantastic. So yeah, we won't drop VIP in it too much there, Dave. Man.
Thank you.
I'll drop a minute for you. So it's VIP now. In all reality, guys, there's been that much demand for Tech Max. To be honest with you, most of the stuff sold out for tables and vendors last year. So it's just one of those things. Probably bad time in bad place. But if there are any availability and we can fit them in, we'll try. If not, there's always next year, and that's a big hint when I said next year that we should be having one next year as well. But more about that after we get this one out of the way. Right, next question. So, oh God, it's an essay. Right, we're a growing e-commerce site. We'd love to become an official Corsa resellers and or partners. We're excited when Corsa became partners, but the prices are quite high, and we end up looking for products elsewhere. How do we become partners, etc.? Let me have a look. Partners, etc. PS, love building PCs with iCue and find it the go-to RGB software application. And that was from Ashley Lenton.
Perfect. So, I mean, I think I explained everything there. They need to reach out to Josh in terms of getting support in place. Once they've done that, Josh will either visit them in person or just speak to them over the phone and get an understanding of their business. And then, like I said, we'll have a rolling monthly system where we add new accounts to our supported list. We have a bit of a funny old system in the back end that we have to do it on a monthly basis. But once we've qualified that account, we'll put them into the program the following month, and then we will put the support in place to make sure that you can buy the products and make good profits selling our products.
Okay, that pretty much answers that one, I think. So we've also got good evening from Dean. Evening, Dean. We've also got Carl on. Let's have a look. Have customer interested in a custom loop to do both CPU and the GPU. Where do I find this sort of information?
It's an Andy question again. Come on, Andy.
We can go to our website, and there's a configurator, so you can pick your GPU, you can pick your CPU, your case, motherboard, and it will spit out right at the end all the parts that you need to do that loop.
Oh, that's pretty straightforward then. Don't have to measure everything up, so that's pretty good. So that answers everything for you there. And Kunal has said he's dropped you an email, Josh, to touch base.
Yep.
So look after him. He's a decent Tech member he is. So don't
Josh's
charge him any extras.
Josh's inbox is now flooded, right?
Possibly, you never know. Right, okay, next question is, okay, this one comes up all the time. Do I need to be VAT registered to use VIP?
You need to be a business to use VIP. So yeah, you need to be a sole trader or limited company, but yeah, you need to be VAT registered.
You do actually need to be VAT registered to be VIP now. Okay. Okay, so why should I buy from VIP rather than other distributors? Again, this is for you, Dave.
Yeah, it's a great one, yeah. So we've got the full ecosystem, so very much like Corsair, to be honest. There's a lot of distributors specialize. They'll supply graphics cards, they'll supply CCTV, they'll supply one area of it. We try to be a one-stop shop, and we also work with top-tier brands. So we don't try and get the cheapest or some of the, I don't want to say snide, but I'm going to say it's snide brands from all over the world. We want either the top 1 or 2 brands in every category. And that's again why we're partnering with Corsair. As Ben said, they're leaders in the categories they sell in. And the same is true of our graphics cards offerings, of our motherboards offerings, of our monitors offerings. And every range we want to have the top tier. So you're getting quality product, you're working with quality vendors to give you access to those vendors. And we also try to work directly with you and the vendors. We're not so big like the broadliners that you're just dealing with a feed or you're going to be ignored, especially as a smaller independents. We are small enough to be able to want to work with you guys directly and be a real partnership, a two-way street, help you with whatever you need. We provided point of sale material to lots of customers. We've gone in and done the shops up. We run our own events. We are going to be attending Tech Max, things like that. And we also work directly with vendors and make sure the vendors who often many of the smaller partners don't get to work directly, we find a way to bridge the gap and ensure that you get a lot of direct contact. And hopefully we have a good enough sales team and a good enough purchasing team that ensure your pricing is not is competitive as well. So you're not paying a premium price to get premium service.
Okay, that's pretty good. I think that pretty much answers that question. Also, someone's done the job for me and posted the link for your custom cooling configurator. So if anyone wants that, it's on the screen. If you're listening to the podcast, it's basically corsair.com/UK/EM/custom-cooling-configurator. If you want me to spell that out, tough luck, you're not getting it.
He's
right.
So Phil, so Jeffrey's an insider. Actually, Jeffrey works within my Benelux team. So there you go. I've got an insider helping us out there.
There you go. That's pretty good. Right. Okay. So next question was from the Barcode Gamer. VIP of the best account managers, always getting the best deals. Okay. There you go. So that's a good plus for VIP there. Next is for VIP again. Shane Lewis left VIP. He wasn't a brilliant account manager. He didn't make me say this honest. Okay.
Yeah, it was a shame. Yeah, Lewis got on to do his own thing as well. He's carrying on in the industry. But yeah, he was a really good guy. I'm glad to see he's still doing well.
That's good. We got Kunal next again. So he wants to know, again, a VIP question. Is the new VIP website coming soon?
Yes, but it also, I think it's been coming soon since Ben worked at VIP. So we'll have to put soon.
God, I'm not that old, mate.
Honestly, it is. We actually have people working on it not as I speak because it's after working hours, but yeah, they're working on it in the background. The delay is we want to make sure our back end is updated so it can do all the things we want. So we're actually doing our back end systems and then putting the website together. So it's in progress, but soon take it within a pinch of salt. We're probably talking months rather than days.
Okay,
in
well,
progress.
months is better than years. Let's put it that way. So it'll probably be about 2025 then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. So next question. Okay. Okay. So
Yeah,
there's
it's
another one about
rubbish.
your website. So for
Yeah,
people who are
honestly, I
listening,
agree with you. It's a bad website.
yeah.
Phone us up, email the account managers. I don't like the website either. I'm not going to lie.
There you go. So if you didn't understand what the question was, Richard previously said the thing that puts me off buying VIP is the website. Right, next one. Oh, something actually for Corsair here. Are braided PCIe Gen 5 16 12 pin cables coming for existing Corsair PSUs?
Andrew?
They are on the roadmap, but I think it's quite some time away. I think it might be the end of the year. I think it's Q4. I think. Yeah, I think it is Q4. But yes,
Okay.
they will be coming.
So if you want more details on that, probably best to give Josh an email or whatever, and he'll probably keep you filled in and so forth with the dates and so forth. Right, next one. Let's just go to one of the ones that came in on the other stream. Okay, Corsair. Another one for you is, what's the warranty like? That's all it says. I don't know on specifically what product, but what is the warranty like?
So it depends on what product. So with our distribution partners, I mean, there's a number of options for consumers in the UK. You can either have your end user come back directly to Corsair, and which case we have a UK service centre where the product's returned to, and the product, any new replacement product, will be dispatched directly to them. But as a business, you can go back to VIP within the first 2 years, and they would take care of your either replacement or credit, depending on that, for any product. And again, the length of warranty then depends upon what product it is. So it goes from anything from DRAM, which is a lifetime warranty, down to products that are down to 2 years warranty. So it really depends what you're looking at, but everything is serviced from the UK. So in terms of a consumer returning product, they don't have to ship that product out to Europe or even to the Far East or anything. It's a UK return address they would be given. And in terms of a business, you would be fully protected via our UK distribution partners. And obviously, ideally, that would be VIP.
Right, that sounds pretty good. Okay, this one you just covered. Do you ship back to the distributor or to yourselves? If the customer has a warranty issue, do they bring back to our store or contact you directly?
Again, it's your decision in terms of how you prefer to deal with that customer. All I can assure them or assure you is that they would get an exceptional service directly with Corsair. So you could either do that on their behalf, I guess, or you could ask them to do it. And all I can assure you, like I said, is that would be handled very professionally from the UK. But obviously, as a business, you can also go through returning that product through distribution and gaining, depending on your terms with the distributor, but gaining credit that way, or a replacement product. So it's really your decision in terms of how that is. But I think the main thing that I've learned through my time in UK components or peripherals is, having that UK base that's being dealt with for them. You don't have to go off and ship that product to Europe or ship that product to the Far East. It's all done locally in the UK.
Okay, it sounds pretty good, and it gives people an option, which is always good. Next one to do with warranties. Can we get hold of parts rather than having to return a whole product? For example, let's just say the button broke on a case. Can we get hold of the new button section or the I/O panel or whatever it is, and get hold of that rather than having to return a whole case?
In that instance, you could contact a member of the UK sales team. We can make requests to our, and Andy might correct me if I'm wrong here, but we can make requests to our RMA team who can dispatch this particular parts to you to repair a product to yourself if that's what you wish to do. Andy, is that the best solution there?
You can do it that way. Yeah, that is a way to do it. Ideally, we just send it to VIP, and VIP would then ship it to you. That's how we would do it.
We'd ship the replacement to VIP, or the replacement part.
VIP would get the replacement part, because the customer has to have an account with us. So it has to go back to VIP, then VIP can then forward it on to you. But yes, we can do that if it's a broken foot or a dust filter or whatever. Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, so I think that pretty much answers that one. Let's go back to the live chat on here. Let's have a look. So Kunal's asking, any new marketing assets and giveaways for regular customers to remind them of Corsa, with a nice winky face with the tongue sticking out.
So I think the answer to that is there's lots of options available. You know, like I said in my presentation, we have a talented Marcom team in the UK, and we go to shows very regularly. Or pre-COVID, we went to lots of shows. Yeah, we'd make up giveaways and assets and all sorts for these kind of shows. So I guess anything is kind of possible in these situations. So it's really you leading us to say what might be best. Obviously, in terms of when I was talking about those iCue builds in stores, we're looking to qualify customers. So once obviously we're qualifying customers, we're looking to see which customers are spending money with our distribution partners before we automatically just send them for a year. So it's to do with, if you show loyalty to us, if you become a regular customer, we monitor all of the customers' buy-in from distribution, so we know exactly what revenue these customers are doing on Corsair. And so obviously those are the customers we're going to be more wanting to be working with to be able to provide them parts, assets, marketing assets, whatever that might be.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. Okay, next one's for you, Ben, specifically. They want to know what happened. Did you get stuck in a cave with loads of spiders? Because it looks like you're in a big black area with lots of spider webs.
Okay, yeah. It's my Corsair background. I apologise, my green screen is not up today. But
And thank you for that, Tim, who asked that question. Right, okay, let's just go back to the main chat on this screen. More people agreeing with the website for VIP. Peter said fair with the comments on for the power supply cables, I think it was. Next, we got Ashley asking, does Corsair do cable mods example black/red? It's hard to find any in the UK.
No, we don't do any cable mods. We do single color and we do black and white. There is a company in the northeast of the UK who does.
Yeah, at the moment, Phil, we don't want to be. I don't want to say anything out of turn to VIP here, but we've never had, and maybe the customers can say otherwise, but we've never really had the demand through distribution for our braided cables or anything from what we've seen in the past. So we actually only sell them direct to e-tailers to sell to the consumer. So there's a well-known retailer in the northwest of England where you would find our braided cables available, and also through our own website. But yeah, if there is a case to bring these into distribution, then that's certainly something we should look at if there was enough demand there. So
yeah, especially if you were probably wanting to order them in bulk, then that's probably a thing to go. But I think one of the things, custom build machines, I'd say 99% of the time people either want black or white, in all honesty. But
they do sell very well. Yeah, they do sell very well, but we've never had the demand from a distributor to say, I've got 5, 6, 7, 8 resellers wanting to buy this regularly. So it's only ever made sense to us to be able to sell through, sell to an etail partner directly to then offer this to the UK consumer. But if that's not there is an opportunity for that, then we'd obviously fully embrace that.
Yeah, okay. Same from the VIP side as well, and also just obviously bulk orders help, but we can collect the information from lots of different customers and turn that, because we'd be making the bulk order as a distributor. We can collate all the information together and go, okay, there's 100 customers who all want 5 every 3 months. That can add up, right? So
if you basically got any questions or anything, or you're wanting some of these things, which obviously VIP don't have, ask them. It's probably
definitely
the best thing to do.
So just an extra thing, I've been nudged on one of my chats by one of my UK team members in regarding marketing assets as well. So we're actually looking at an onboarding pack at the moment for new customers, which will include merch and posters and bits and pieces like that, obviously based upon them starting to place orders through VIP as well. So that's something that's ongoing that we're hoping to have live in the next couple of months as well, just for reference.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. If you do get any of those available and you want them promoting, obviously just send one over and we'll show off what's available or whatever, and then they can get in touch with you guys if you want to go down that route. Right. Okay, so this is an interesting one for VIP, and an awkward one for you there, I think, to be honest with you. So, when opening a VIP account, which account manager should I ask for?
I couldn't possibly pick favourites. We've got lots of great account managers, so you can choose. You can go through Abdi, Elliot, Simon, Callum. Definitely missed someone out. James, Neil, anyone. They're all good. Anyone you get will be good, and if they're not, let me know.
There you go. And if he has missed anyone's name out, it just does definitely mean he doesn't like you. Okay,
Yeah.
so there you go. So right, that's pretty straightforward. Next one we got Kunal. He's pretty popular tonight. Good demand for the braided cables. We use the Northern partner to buy them, but easier if distributions do them to buy at the same time as other kits and so forth. So yeah, more demand for your cables, but again, obviously, you need more than one person. So right, so guys, if you are watching and you haven't already, make sure you do that competition. So let me just quickly run through it again. Let me get the graphics up and so forth. So I'll put the link on the screen in a few seconds. But basically, if you go to the form, which I'm putting into the chat now, this will give you a chance of winning one of these free prizes. So you've got the Stream Deck, you've got a wireless headset, and then you've got the keyboard and mouse. Each one is worth well over 100 quid each. So you can use it for yourself. You can resell it if you really wanted to. Try it out. Demo it in your shop even. Gives you more trade and so forth if you demo it in your shop. It's really up to you what you want to do with it. It's your prize to win. So make sure you click on the link. I've just put it in the chat, and I'll put it back up on the screen in a second for you when this graphics decides to disappear off the screen, which it's not wanting to at the moment. The joys of live streaming. Here we go. The final. Right.
That would be.
Sorry, what was that?
The answer. The Stream Deck. That would be the answer to all of your issues.
Well, I think you're talking yourself into a hint there. Hint. I haven't got a Stream Deck. But anyway. Let's move back on with the questions. So what time are we on? So it's getting about 10 to 9. So let's quickly go through what questions we've got left then. So, okay. Yeah, that's basically gone over. So why should we buy from Corsair instead of other rivals? They did mention a name, but I'm not mentioning it for you. So why should they buy from Corsair rather than whoever it is? Have we lost Ben?
So you might have lost me a minute. Am I back?
Oh yeah, you're back now.
Right, sorry. Go. You're gonna have to go again, Phil. Sorry.
Yeah. So basically, why should someone buy Corsair products rather than an alternative?
Well, hopefully I addressed that in the presentation, Phil. My feeling here is, Corsair offers the best ecosystem of product. We are market leaders in more or less every category we are present in. We have over 60% DRAM market share in the UK. Again, same on power supply. We are the #1 case manufacturer in the UK. Same for AIO cooling. So inside the box, every category we're in, we completely dominate. And so with that, your customer is getting reliable products. They're getting the products they really, really want, and they're getting really high quality ecosystem of products. Outside the box, again, very competitive, very reliable products. Again, they're not the cheapest. We're never going to lie. We're never going to be the cheapest. But with that, we bring so many additional extras. Great quality products, great quality warranty to back it up, and something that your customers will never be disappointed with when they take that product home.
Right, that sounds like you answered that question. But can you answer the next question? And it's a very popular question we get all the time. Can I buy it cheaper on Amazon?
Well, like I said, by design, we keep our some of our pricing to partners that we don't support relatively high from distribution. But again, therefore, we will put support in place for those customers who we want to support and want to work with. So, yes, potentially, if you're a not supported customer, then yeah, you might find that product, or certainly you probably won't buy it cheaper on Amazon, but by the time you've added your own margin, then potentially you'd buy it cheaper. But when we qualify you, and if we find that our businesses align, then very much so, you definitely would never find that product cheaper on Amazon than you would find it buying from VIP.
Right. Okay. I think that pretty much does that. And just to clarify something, Dave, because I think you might have answered something slightly wrong earlier, and when you said it, I had to think. No, I don't think that much right. But VAT question: do you have to be VAT registered to buy at VIP?
Well, I don't know if you noticed what I said at the beginning. I don't work in sales, so I've been corrected by people who do. No, you do not have to be VAT registered unless you obviously hit the normal VAT thresholds. No, you do not have to be VAT registered straight to VIP.
Yeah. Obviously, if you're earning 200 grand, then you should be VAT registered. But but otherwise, you don't have to be. So that means if you're a trader and just starting out, as long as you get approved by their credit control systems and so forth, then you shouldn't have an issue buying with VIP.
Yeah.
And if you're earning millions, I'm pretty sure they won't say no to you either. But there we go. So yeah, that clarifies that one. So you do not need to be VAT registered. Right. Next. Okay, so yeah, Kunal, I saw the video you posted in the Tech for Tech community earlier. His basically laptop got stolen while he was on site somewhere. Someone just ran into the office where they were and just lifted the laptop and legged it back out the door again. I was like, it could be something off a comedy show near enough by the looks of it, but at least I got some decent videos of him in images, so that's pretty good. Next question is going to be, when will VIP stock full Corsair range?
Well, they should have it now. VIP are supplying our full range of customers, and so VIP should have every single product that they should be our best stocked distributor in the UK. So if there is something specifically missing, then please flag that to your VIP account manager or directly to Josh, and we will remedy that as quickly as possible. But there is absolutely no restriction on VIP stocking every single product from Corsair and Elgato.
Okay, that's pretty good. And looks like the last question, but if anyone else does have any quick questions to send in, we'll go through them really quickly. This one's from Leonard. Is saying, we don't currently purchase Corsair as we can't be competitive on price. Will this hinder us in getting supported pricing?
Well, no. I mean, so Josh's job is going to be to qualify companies, and that, you know, obviously we recognise that these companies might not be doing any business with us currently, but obviously what Josh will look to do is to, you know, speak to you or visit you, and, you know, either see your business premises or talk to you about your business. Obviously, we'd prefer you to create a small business case about what you do and why you would be able to add value to Corsair, and then obviously, you know, if we feel our business is aligned, then we would put support in place for you.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. I'm not going to make them answer this question, but say who are the other official distributors in the UK. All I can say is if you want to know that information, reach out to Corsair. We're not going to say it on the show. This show was organised by VIP, so I'm not going to stab them in the back and say go and buy it from ABCD distribution or whatever. But you've got Corsair's email address.
The big advantage. The big advantage you'll find, Phil, with VIP is that, one, they stock the full range of Corsair, so they are supplying our retail partners as well as all of our etail and SI and independent distributors, independent resellers. So VIP do have our full range, and that is unlike one of our other distributors who don't have that. So yeah, that's the big advantage VIP offer, and for what we've seen over the first 5 months of working with them, their account managers are very dedicated. They're very technically sound, and they're, you know, working really, really hard to drive the Corsair business. So fantastic.
That sounds pretty good. And the next question was, what's Josh's email address? I've just put that on the screen, and thank you, Josh, for sending it straight over, but saves me looking it up. It's Josh.Dawson, that's DAWSON @Corsair.com. Okay, but it's on the screen there. So I think we've gone pretty much through most of the questions. Last one. On VIP site, it says to fax the form back. will an email be accepted as my fax died in the 80s?
Yes. Yeah, we will accept emails as well as faxes. Yes.
Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I used a fax machine, but yeah, that might be something that might need updating. But there we go. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for tonight, guys. But what I would say is, by the sounds of it, and the conversations I've been having with BIP as well as Ben and so forth pre-show, they do really want to work with independents and get to know you guys. So what I would suggest is, worst case scenario, is you just send them an email and just have a chat with them. You may be surprised what you get. You might get some decent pricing or decent point of sales material and so forth. Obviously, all on approval and all this, that, and the other. Send them an email. Again, I'll stick Josh's email on the screen if you do want to email them or reach out. Or if you're listening to this and you're in the Tech for Tech community, send me a message or send me an email. You've got the contact details on the website as well. And I'll pass your details on or give you his email address one way or the other. So that's pretty much it. Before we finish the show, let's just go around the room and basically ask for any final thoughts about why people should use Corsair or any bits what we've missed off. So I'm going to start off with, we'll start off with you again, Dave. So why should people go and buy Corsair stuff or buy from VIP?
I mean, the advantage of Corsair, I don't know if Ben flagged it, is it's genuinely a good product. So as well as being the top tier, top selling products in every category, the products are genuinely solid products. They're worth the price point. So when you've got them in your store, you'll be able to sell them. I mean, I'm not going to put my camera down, but I've got a Corsair mouse here that I didn't get for free. I bought it myself. I've got a K95 keyboard here that I'm using because I'm a gamer as well. I'm an enthusiast. We've got a load of Corsair kit in my PC because it is good stuff that gamers want to use. And so you'll find it an easy sell. Even though you're looking at it's a premium product, it's an easy sell you can make good margin on. And with the support that Corsair are going to give your guys, you'll be competitive against the bigger retailers as well. So it seems like a bit of a no-brainer, really, if you want to have like solid gear and it's like a little bit more exciting. You've got the iCue compatibility and VIP will back you up on that.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. Let's go on to Josh. Go on then, Josh. Give us your spill. Why should people buy Corsair?
Well, no request is too small at the moment. So we are in a position, like Ben says, is we're really trying to push supporting independence right now. So any emails that come over, I'll come back to you straight away. We'll see what we can get over the phone, over email. And once we have that first chat and the ball's rolling, I'm more than happy. I'll come out and see you. I'll qualify you. And next thing you know, you'll be on the program and you'll be selling our kit and you'll be happy doing it. So I can't really push it any more than that.
That sounds pretty good to me. And I'll suggest you guys do take up the offer of the call or even the visit because, hey, we've had many people visit our retail store over the year, and generally you get to build up good relationships with these people and the companies they work with, and they generally go on for years, even when they don't work at the same company. But Ben tells me no one leaves Corsair anyway, so there shouldn't be an issue. And if they did, they disappear for some reason.
I think if you come to me, Phil, I think I'd say, as well, when I look at my sales team here, I've got Andy on here who's been actually at Corsair longer than I have. He's been over 5 years. I'm just short of 5 years. We've got Stuart Dick, who, again, a lot of people might recognize. He's been around the industry, but since he's come to Corsair, he's been here over 5 years. And then again, I've had Jonathan Glenister, who joined us as a part of an expansion plan 3.5 years ago. And again, he's not left the business since I took over as country manager or now regional director, which was 4 years ago. Nobody's left the business within the Corsair sales team, and it's the same across my Northern European team, because what these guys are recognizing is as soon as they join this fantastic company, there's very little else out there that can offer them anything more. And so, I think that sells testament to the products and the company that we are. The loyalty of the staff is fantastic. Obviously, everything's not perfect every day, but the fact that these guys have stuck around and worked so long in the same company is testament to how good the company is.
That sounds pretty good to me. And Andy, let's finish with you. Any final thoughts off of you?
Well, I mean, if you want to use the best gear, you come to Corsair. I don't think we only make the best product. And when Ben was saying about the support, we will give the support to the smaller independents just like we would the big e-tailers. So we try and treat everybody fairly, which is, I think, is what everybody wants from in the Tech for Tech community.
Right, that sounds pretty good. Thank you for that, Andy. All I can say, guys, is make sure you just contact them. You never know where it may lead. It might lead you on to a brilliant partnership where you'll be able to unify your sales experience and products and so forth. They've got everything pretty much on the whole range, from memory cases, streaming equipment, you name it. They've pretty much got it. So I would get in contact with them and see what they can do. If you haven't already, do the competition. I'll put the link on the screen yet again for you in a second, and that way you'll be able to obviously be in for a chance of winning one of those bits and bobs what were on before. I think it was a Stream Deck, keyboard and mouse, and there's a headset there. If you don't fill the form in, hey, well, tough luck, you ain't won. Simple as that. So, right, let me get to the end of the show then. So I'd like to say thank you for watching, everyone. We will be on next week at 8 p.m, the usual time. We'll have PAX 8 on the show next week. PAX 8, if you don't know, they basically sell online services and stuff like that. Think from a distributor, but in the cloud. They'll be on next week at 8 p.m. Otherwise, if you're not a Tech for Text member, make sure you go to our website, which is techfortext.co.uk. I'll put it on the screen. /join. You can join the Tech for Tech community. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. Just make sure you fill in the questions, and we'll double check that obviously you are a business, and once you're approved, you're in, and it won't cost you a penny. And just to leave it at there, we do have the Tech Max event next month on the 24th of June. If you're interested in joining us, obviously make sure you buy a ticket. It's only £1. Yeah, £1. You even get a free lunch in with it for £1. And I'll tell you one thing, the lunch costs a hell of a lot more than £1. I wish it did cost £1, to be honest, the amount it's costing me for 400 people. But anyway, if you're interested in coming, I'll put you a video on in a few seconds as we actually call it the end of the show, but it's on the 24th of next month at Bramall Lane in Sheffield, which is the Sheffield United Football Stadium or club or whatever you want to call it. Right, guys, so can I just get the Corsair and VIP team just to stay on afterwards, after end the stream, for a few minutes, and we'll end the show there. So thank you again for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time. And when I can find the button, here it is, I'll play that video. So we'll see you all next time. See you later, everyone. Can you go and meet hundreds of people just like you? Strengthen existing relationships and forge new ones with vendors and distributors, and meet some of the biggest names in the industry. Where you can go and see the newest tech and services that you need to make your IT business grow. Where there'll be thousands of pounds worth of prizes up for grabs. And what's more, you get all that for £1. TechMax 2022 will be on the 24th of June at Bramall Lane, the Sheffield United Football Stadium in Sheffield. There will be around 50 different brands available for you to meet, and up to 500 other techs just like you. Get registered now at techmax2022.co.uk.